I studied a lot of digital product platforms. Hours of research, testing, comparing features, and reading way too many reviews so you don't have to. After all that, I've narrowed it down to 10 solid platforms that are actually worth your time. To make it easy, I'm breaking them down into 3 categories. Marketplaces with built-in traffic, so these are platforms that already have an audience, so you don't need to worry much about driving traffic. Next is direct-to-customer stores. These are perfect if you already have or plan to build your own audience. They're super easy to set up and give you more flexibility with pricing, branding, and customer experience. The only catch is you'll have to bring in your own traffic. And lastly, full website builders. If you want full control over your brand, you know how your website looks and how your customers move through it, this is your category. These platforms are great for scaling and building long-term brand presence. They do take a bit more time and setup, but the payoff is super worth it. Now, before we get into the details of each platform, let's quickly go over some common fee terms you'll hear me say so nothing catches you off guard. When you're selling digital products online, there are usually 3 types of fees to be aware of. First is monthly subscription fees. So some platforms charge a monthly fee just to use their service. Next are transaction fees. These are fees the platform takes from each sale you make. It's usually a percentage of your total sale price. And then there are payment processing fees. These go to the payment providers like Stripe or PayPal for handling the actual money transfer. Almost every platform has this, and it's usually around 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. All right, let's start with the first category, marketplaces with built-in traffic. The best thing about selling on these platforms is that you don't have to worry about marketing too much, as they already have shoppers actively searching for products like yours. That's honestly a huge deal when you're just starting out. This is why I highly recommend Etsy to a lot of beginners. Yes, there are fees involved, but part of what you're paying for is that built-in traffic. You get access to millions of people who are literally there to shop. Now, some fees to know about. They don't have a monthly subscription fee, but they do have a one-time setup fee. This can vary depending on your location, but most sellers report paying between $10 to $30 to open their shop. They also have a 20-cent USD listing fee every time you list a product, a 6.5 transaction fee, and their payment processing fee varies depending on your location. For example, in the US, it's typically 3% plus 0.25 cent per transaction. To give you an idea of what this looks like, here's a screenshot of one of my sales from my shop. The product is priced at $100, but with a 50% discount, the customer paid $50. After a 3.25 transaction fee, a 1.75 payment processing fee, and 0.58 regulatory operating fee, my final payout was $44.42. So if you have the means, Etsy is 100% worth starting with. It's how I got started and built a 6-figure digital product business. But I also know that not everyone can open an Etsy shop, whether it's because of your country, payment restrictions, or whatever the reason. It's frustrating when that door feels closed. So I'm also sharing some Etsy alternatives that have built-in traffic and can help you get your digital products in front of people without needing a huge audience. The next platform I have for you is Creative Market. It's a place mainly for selling digital assets. Fun fact, I actually sell on Creative Market myself. What I love about it is that people go there specifically to buy design-related digital products, so the audience is super targeted. The only thing to keep in mind is that you do have to apply and get approved before you can start selling. But I find that the approval process actually works in your favor because customers trust that every seller here is legitimate and puts real effort into their designs. Let's talk about fees. Unlike Etsy, there are no one-time setup fees and listing fees, so you can upload as many products as you want without upfront costs. The catch? Creative Market takes a 50% commission on every sale, which is definitely on the higher side. They don't have payment processing fees as they claim that their commission covers payment processing and marketing costs. They also have a minimum pricing rules based on product type, so you can't price your items below a certain threshold. These minimums usually range from $6 to $19 depending on what you're selling. I personally like selling on Creative Market. Yeah, the 50% commission is a bit steep, but honestly, since there aren't many costs involved in selling digital products, it doesn't really feel like a loss. I usually just price my items a little higher than I would on Etsy to balance it out. It's also super low maintenance. Once your products are up, they can just sit there and make sales. For me, it's been a really easy way to diversify my income without needing to put in much extra work. Next up is Gumroad, one of the most beginner-friendly platforms for selling digital products. Now, it doesn't come with a massive built-in audience like Etsy, but it does have a small Discover marketplace where people can find your work. What I really like about Gumroad is that it gives you a clean, simple, and customizable sales page. It feels more like your own mini storefront. So some fees to know about: there are no setup or monthly fees to open a store. They take 10% plus 50 cents transaction fee per sale when you share your product directly with your audience. And then they take 30% transaction fee per sale if the customer discovers you through Gumroad's marketplace. Their payment processing fees via Stripe or PayPal is typically around 2.9% plus 30 cents. Gumroad is a great option if you want full control over your storefront without paying any monthly fees. It may not have the built-in traffic of Etsy or Creative Market, but if you already have or are building an audience on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, it's a solid platform to start with, and that small marketplace can give you a nice little boost, especially in the beginning. Now let's move into the next category, full website builders. If you're someone who wants full control over your branding, layout, and the overall customer experience, this is where you'll want to lean in. These platforms are ideal for customers who are ready to scale. Yes, they take a bit more time and effort to set up, but the trade-off is totally worth it because here's the thing: you own it. You're not relying on algorithms, dealing with sudden policy changes, or risking your shop getting suspended out of nowhere. You'll need to bring in your own traffic, but if you're already selling on platforms like Etsy or Creative Market, this is often the natural next step. You can start directing your customers to your own website where you have full control of your business. And don't worry, all the platforms I'm about to share are super beginner friendly, no coding required. There's one thing I really recommend doing early: start building your email list and automations right away. Because here's the thing: most people who land on your website won't buy on their first visit. That's normal. What matters is what you do after they leave. And that's where email automations come in. So what even are automations? Basically, these are emails that are sent automatically based on a customer's behavior. They actually say 87% of all automated orders come from just 3 flows: welcome email, cart abandonment, and browse abandonment. For example, someone signs up to your freebie, they get a welcome email. They add something to their cart but don't check out, they get a reminder. They browse your products but don't buy, you follow up with recommendations. These types of emails are standard practice in e-commerce, and honestly, almost every major brand does this. You've probably received these yourself when shopping online. They do it for a reason. It works. And this is where OMNISEND comes in. OMNISEND is an e-commerce marketing platform that makes email marketing feel way less intimidating. You can set up automated welcome emails, cart abandonment reminders, product promos, and even SMS, all from one clean dashboard. One thing I really love about OMNISEND is they actually make collecting emails fun. They've got this Wheel of Fortune pop-up where people can spin the wheel to win a discount or whatever you want to offer in exchange for signing up. Here's how to set it up. First, make sure to connect your storefront. Then go to Forms and click Create Form. You'll see a bunch of templates, and you can filter by checking the Wheel of Fortune box to find the ones that use this feature. I'm going to pick this style. Click on the wheel itself, and from here you can customize everything to match your brand. Change the colors, fonts, text, and even the prices and the chance of landing on each slice. And if you want to add a few slices that don't actually offer anything, no worries. Just check the box that says make this a losing slice. This way no one will ever land on it, but it still adds that illusion of excitement, so when someone does land on a discount, it feels even more rewarding. Once someone subscribes, they'll see a confirmation message. You can edit that by clicking the Success tab at the bottom. Once your OMNISEND account is connected to your store, the pop-up will automatically show on your site once you publish it. And that's it. Super simple and a really fun way to grow your list. And if you're into numbers, OMNISEND users average $68 in return for every $1 spent. It's up to 60% cheaper than competitors, and they offer 24/7 live chat support, plus free migration help if you're switching over. So whether you're just starting your email list or you're ready to get serious about your e-commerce marketing, OMNISEND is 100% worth checking out. You can try OMNISEND for free and get 30% off for the first 3 months with my code YaleYT. I've dropped my link in the description box so you can get started right away. Trust me, the earlier you set this up, the easier your life will be as your business grows. Shopify is one of the most popular website builders out there, especially for e-commerce. A lot of Etsy sellers eventually branch out to Shopify when they're ready to grow their brand and have more control. I've actually built a Shopify site myself, and I can confidently say it's beginner-friendly on the surface, but also incredibly powerful and customizable if you want to dive deeper. Some fees to know about. So monthly plans start at $29 per month billed annually, but they often offer a promo where you can get the first 3 months for just $1 per month. If you use Shopify payments, the payment processing fees range from 2.4% to 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction, depending on your plan. If you use a third-party processor like PayPal or Stripe, you'll still pay their processing fee plus a Shopify transaction fee of 2% on the basic plan. If you're serious about your business and want a professional, scalable website that you actually own, Shopify is 100% worth considering. It's especially ideal if you want everything in one place, your products, your payments, analytics, marketing tools, and more, all working together seamlessly. Wix is a platform that's actually really close to my heart. Back when I was doing wedding photography, this is where I built my very first website. I had zero tech background, but Wix made it incredibly easy, and honestly, it's still one of the most beginner-friendly platforms I've ever used. If tech overwhelms you, Wix is probably the easiest website builder to learn. It has a super intuitive drag-and-drop editor, tons of beautiful templates, and you can customize everything without touching a single line of code. Fees to know about. Their business basic plan for selling online starts at $29 per month. Their payment processing fees vary by location and payment method, but typically fall around 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. No transaction fees from Wix, meaning they don't take a cut of your sales revenue. Wix is perfect if you're looking for a clean, no-fuss website that still looks polished and professional. It's especially great for creatives, service providers, and digital product sellers who want full control over their branding without the tech overwhelm. Next up is Squarespace, a platform that's super popular for a reason. It's known for its clean, minimal, and aesthetic designs, which is why you'll often see photographers, designers, and creatives using it. If visual branding is a big deal for you and you want a polished, professional-looking site without touching code, Squarespace is a solid choice. It's not quite as drag and drop as Wix, but it's still very beginner-friendly and gives you beautiful layouts right out of the box. Some fees to know about. Their basic plan starts at $16 per month if billed annually. The basic plan has 2% transaction fee and 7% digital product fee. Payment processing fees via Stripe or PayPal are typically 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. Squarespace is perfect for creators who want a modern editorial look with built-in tools for blogging and selling. It's not as easily customizable as Shopify and Wix, but it's still a solid all-in-one option. Now let's talk about direct-to-customer stores. These are perfect if you want to sell straight to your audience and already have or plan to build a following on social media. What makes these platforms different from full website builders is how simple they are. You don't need to create a full site with an about page, a blog, or a bunch of extra sections. In most cases, you're just setting up one sales page and you're good to go. They're incredibly easy to set up. But here's the catch. They don't have built-in traffic like Etsy or Creative Market, and that means you'll need to bring in your own audience and do most of the marketing yourself. But the trade-off, you'll get full control over your brand, your pricing, your customer experience, everything. No algorithms deciding your visibility, no marketplace rules to follow. If you're looking for a super simple and budget-friendly way to start selling digital products, Payhip is a solid choice. It's designed for creators who want to sell directly to their audience, whether that's ebooks, templates, online courses, or even memberships. What I really like about Payhip is how easy it is to use. You don't need to build a full website. Just set up a product page, connect your payment method, and you're good to go. It's very beginner-friendly, especially if you're not super tech-savvy. They also have a small built-in marketplace, so there's a chance your product could get discovered organically. But keep in mind, it's not automatic. You'll need at least $10 in total sales, and your products must be approved by the Payhip team before they can show up there. Some fees to know about. They have a free plan with no monthly fees, just a 5% transaction fee per sale. You'll still pay standard Stripe or PayPal processing fees on top, around 2.9% plus 30 cents, depending on your location. Bottom line, Payhip is a great low-risk option if you want a clean, affordable way to start selling digital products and you're comfortable bringing in your own traffic. Kofi originally started as a simple tipping platform, kind of like a buy me a coffee button, but it's grown into so much more. Today, you can use Kofi to sell digital downloads, offer memberships, and even accept commissions, all in one place. It's super easy to set up and the layout is clean, simple, and very creator-friendly. Think of it as a cross between a storefront and a digital tip jar. Kofi is especially great for creators with smaller audiences who want a no-fuss way to start monetizing without the headache of complicated setup or monthly subscription fees. Some fees to know about: they charge a 5% transaction fees on the free plan, plus standard payment processing fees from Stripe or PayPal. Bottom line, Kofi is perfect if you want an all-in-one tool that's simple, affordable, and designed for creators. Whether you're just starting to monetize or adding another income stream, Kofi makes it easy to hit the ground running. Next up is Sellfy, and I'm actually testing this platform myself right now, so stay tuned for a full review in an upcoming video once I've had more time to really explore it. Sellfy is a direct-to-customer platform that lets you sell digital products, physical items, subscriptions, and even print-on-demand merch, all from one place. It's like an all-in-one shop setup, but without the overwhelm of building a full website from scratch. The setup is super simple, and you'll get a clean, branded storefront without touching a single line of code. Plus, if you already have a website, you can embed your products directly into it. So some fees to know about: the starter plan is $22 a month billed annually and includes up to $10,000 in yearly sales. If you go over that, Sellfy automatically upgrades you to the next tier. There are 0% transaction fees on all plans, and you'll still pay the standard payment processing fees through PayPal or Stripe. So far, I really like the clean interface and the flexibility to sell different types of products all in one place. If you're looking for a platform that can handle both digital and physical products, Sellfy is definitely worth a look. I'll report back with more thoughts soon. Next up is Stan Store, and if you've spent any time on TikTok or Instagram, you've probably seen it pop up in the bios of content creators. Stan is a link in bio storefront designed specifically for creators. It's incredibly easy to set up, and the whole concept is sell directly from your phone. You can offer digital products, ebooks, online courses, coaching sessions, lead magnets, bundles, and more, all from one simple mobile-friendly page. It's perfect for anyone who doesn't want to build a full website but still wants a clean, professional way to make sales without the tech headache. Some fees to know about: Stan uses a flat subscription model, so their creator plan starts at $29 a month. No transaction fees from Stan itself, but you'll still pay standard Stripe or PayPal processing fees. If you're building your audience on TikTok or Instagram and want something that's fast, easy, and looks good, Stan is a great option to consider. I'm actually still testing out a few more platforms behind the scenes, so you can expect more deep dives in the next few videos. But for now, this is a solid overview of the best platforms I found for selling digital products, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up. I hope this gives you some clarity on which one might work best for your goals. And before you go, one last reminder: once your website is set up, don't sleep on setting up your email list and automations. If you want a powerful yet intuitive way to stay connected with customers, bring back lost sales, and grow your shop, OMNISEND is an amazing tool to start with. I've dropped a link in the description box so you can try it out for free. And if you use my code YALEYT, you'll get 30% off your first 3 months. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really helps my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!